My name is Tony. I want to change my life, or rather, the way that I live it. This is completely unscripted, so it's just off the cuff. I'm gonna be rambling a lot. I apologize. I've been in a rut for the past 10 years. One I have been in and out of, trying to claw my way out, fight my way out, and then end up digging myself right back in. And I want to change that. I change that for good. Healing is ugly. I have to keep reminding myself of that. It's a very ugly and difficult process. It's not going to be clean. You're supposed to struggle. That's how you know that you're getting somewhere. Or at least that you have run into a problem that you can identify. Start figuring out how to face properly. I am presenting myself as I am in the moment today. Today is July 15th. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I've not washed my hair in a week or two, I think. I need to 10:30 on the dot. That's my alarm telling me to make some food. And I ironically just ate before recording this video. So I need to brush my teeth. I need to clean my room. I did a lot of cleaning, and I'm going to show it off in a minute. But whatever you see, I cleaned up like 60-70% of it. So if you think it's bad, it's definitely worse. If you're thinking, oh, that's actually not too terrible, well, that's because I cleaned up a lot of it. What to do over here? And probably coming off like I'm not embarrassed or really all that perturbed by my state of living, but I'm just trying to keep myself calm through this. It's not something that I am taking lightly at all. I've been carrying a lot of shame and a lot of guilt with the way that I have been living and acting, and I want to change it. I made the decision about a year ago to dedicate myself to living. Some of you know what I mean when I say that. And I have not been living well. I'm here. I give props to myself for that, but that's it. Literally it. I've basically gotten rid of all of my friends, running away from them. I've not talked to any family members in weeks, months, years. In fact, my brother is in the room right across from me, and we barely interact just because I couldn't handle it. My mother lives here as well, and she's out working. I have another brother who's 4 years younger than me, and we haven't interacted in those past 10 years just because of me and my mental health struggles. I pushed everyone and everything away. All of this to say I have a lot to work on, and I'm taking it step by step. Right now, I'm going to focus on me. And as I move forward, I'm hoping that I can find a way to figure out the rest. The plan for me, first and foremost, is discipline. I've gotten very lazy. A lot of it is me struggling with my own head and my neurodivergency, my ADHD, and other things that unfortunately go along with that. But I've been using that as an excuse. I want to combat that. I want to be able to take care of myself properly, daily, instead of just bouts and spurts of energy like I have right now. I want to keep my room clean. I want to organize. I want to work on my hygiene. And I want to work on it so that it doesn't become as much of a, almost said a chore, but a burden. I really have to physically and emotionally fight myself to do what most people would think are the simplest of tasks, like cleaning my room, like getting up to eat, getting up to shower. I don't want to have to do that anymore. I'm hoping that through recording these videos, I can show myself the progress that I'm making. Most of my issue comes with my impatience, I think, in that all of these things don't come instantly. With a lot of my internal struggles, there's no quick fix. And I know that. But I don't know how to fix it. I make plans, but since they're always long-term goals, I don't know if I'm doing them right. I always second guess myself, and that puts me in a rut, and I end up back in bed. I don't want to do that anymore. I am going to give myself an hour for each task that I go through. Starting in about 24 minutes, it's 10:36 right now, so at 11, I'm going to get up for an hour and just work on my room, clean up as much as I can, organize as much as I can. And after that hour, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna push myself to do any more. Besides being lazy, another problem that I have, ironically, is overexertion, where I will put my 110% into one task and I'll go so hard on it that I will exhaust myself and I won't be able to do literally anything else. So I'll check on myself around the 30-minute mark. And if I'm feeling okay, I'll continue. If I'm feeling kind of drained, then I'll take a break, 5 minute break or so, and get back to it. I need to hold myself accountable to those feelings because these are things that I try to push through when I shouldn't. So now I'm actually gonna attempt to pace myself properly. So that's gonna be the first hour. And then around noon, I plan to pick up my guitar, which you probably saw two of them on the ground. I'm gonna pick up one of them and practice a song that I have been wanting to transpose. If you're curious, it's from a video game. It's from an old video game. I can't believe I'm saying it's old now. Jeez, it was from like 2000, from 1999. Probably a little later than that. It's Sonic Adventure 2. It's a theme called Mission Street. I keep imagining a jazz version of it that I want to compose, but I have not been practicing my guitar really at all, and I need to gain a lot of my skill back. It's been difficult for me to do because I keep feeling like I failed. It's not exactly like riding a bike. You don't just get back on and immediately know how you did everything. It's something you have to practice every day. I lost track of myself, so I'm gonna go through the arduous and embarrassing journey of starting from square one. That's another reason that I'm doing these videos, is because I want to love music again. I've spent, and I just realized this recently, I've spent all of my life pursuing music not because I truly loved it, but because everybody said that I was good at it. That gave me attention that I've never gotten before, because I was always the weird kid. So having that cool thing that I could show off to other people and say, hey, look at me. Nobody ever did. Or at least I got the attention, cool, but nobody ever really cared outside of that. Nobody cared about me, they cared about my voice. I want to love music for me. It's something that I am very passionate about, no matter what the reason. Something I have at one point dedicated my life to, and I would like to do that again. Be comfortable. So that's gonna be what happens at noon. I'm going to run through and see what I can figure out for that piece. And just for as long as I can stand it, because I'm getting old and my wrists and fingers aren't what they used to be. I say I'm getting old, I'm 28 going on 29, but I still feel decrepit. Which leads me to the next hour, which is going to be 1 p.m. I want to get into exercising again. And that one is going to be difficult for me to record. That one's probably going to be the most embarrassing for me. I don't like how I look. I never have. Much less I feel like I will like how I look while I am trying to get in shape. I don't think I'll enjoy that too much. I won't be enjoying any of this, but that'll definitely be at least the second worst. After I exercise for honestly probably more like 45 minutes instead of the full hour. I'm very weak right now. I'm very sedentary. I will do something a little bit harder. Around 2 p.m., I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to go for a walk. Walking wherever, for as long as I can stand it, honestly, but my goal is for an hour. I don't like going outside. Not because I don't enjoy outside. In fact, I love nature. I would love to go on more nature walks. I would love to visit some national parks. But I don't like being around people. It stresses me out a lot. I have a lot of anxiety. I believe myself to have agoraphobia, but it's self-diagnosed. I guess that's something else I would have to practice. Small talk with neighbors, I guess. Or just how to say hello. I have a lot that I have to. After the walk, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to make myself some lunch. And right after lunch, I'm going to brush my teeth. I don't know how long that particular section of things will take me, but my plan is around 4 or 5 o'clock to hop on a video game. Actually, I like to practice speedrunning, specifically a game I talked about it earlier, Sonic Adventure 2. I want to get better at it. So I'm going to dedicate an hour to that. More so, I'm going to push myself to keep playing for the whole hour. I am very easy to get frustrated, and it is a very difficult thing to speedrun. I'm not the best at playing video games, and I tap out after a while. I get really angry when I'm doing things like that. I would like to pace myself better. I would like to learn to control my temper better. I'm going to dedicate an hour to that. And then honestly, after that, I don't know what to do after that. I guess I can just let myself relax for the rest of the day. That's something I've been thinking about heavily, is how not to overexert. There's a lot of things that I want to do every day, but spreading those things out in a manageable way is the difficult part. In fact, I'm planning to call the channel that I post this to Life Meta. I called it that because the meta is always changing, and I need to be adaptable in order to properly take care of myself throughout the rest of my life. It's not something I'm good at. So I'm gonna try this out, see how I like it. If I don't like it, I am making a promise to myself not to give up, but to take the time I need to let the feeling of failure pass and see how I can adjust. This is going to be really hard. I don't like it. I don't like talking about it. I don't like being on camera. I really don't like being on camera. I wouldn't like it even if I thought I was good looking. I just don't. I'm hoping that this works out. A good part of me has faith that it can, that it will. But again, I'm not good with long-term goals. I'm gonna have to trust the process, to trust the meta, see where it takes me. I'm gonna let this video remix itself and then get to it.